This video is sponsored by Heretical Fishing. This has been a long time coming. Okay, two things just happened. Number one, I just read all of Demon Slayer, and I read it in the binge reading, no responsibilities, stay up till like 4 a.m., 2 days in a row, read the entire series, sort of binge read way. It was a lot. Number two, I was recently just out manga shopping at Barnes & Noble for the first time of the year. And one thing I noticed was just how much Demon Slayer there is available if you wanted to buy it at a bookstore, from like the coloring books to the art books, to the manga itself, to the light novels, and also how much these box sets cost, like how much the Demon Slayer box set costs. So that's today's video. We're gonna go over in detail the manga box set itself. Is it worth the price with the hype right now with the movie coming out and the new season of the anime? Please keep in mind that this is a spoiler-free video. I also want to ask the question, if you guys are shopping for a box set, which one are you looking for? And do you already own the Demon Slayer or the Kimetsu no Yaiba box set at home? Let's just jump right into it. And Demon Slayer itself came out way back in 2016. It's been a minute. And now coming out in the West early 2019. So this was like right before the pandemic. Do you guys remember what Demon Slayer was like when it first started coming out? My comment section was filled with recommendations. It was like it had such a chokehold on Twitter back then, and just like the online environment of the anime manga space. It was a time. So let's go over the box set itself. And the Demon Slayer box set is what I like to call a one and done. Basically what that means is it starts at volume 1 and it goes until it's done here. So it totals in 23 volumes, and you get all 23 volumes inside of the box set. It's definitely not one of those mini box sets where you're piecing together like 3 or 4 volumes at a time to complete an entire series. It's not like that, or it's not like One Piece or Bleach where you're getting multiple big box sets to complete a story. Demon Slayer is not that long of a story, so it's just a simple one and done, which I'm a huge fan of. Of course, this is going to come with a double-sided poster, which still to this day, I have never seen anyone put up those double-sided posters. Please, if you're one of those folks, let me know, but I am convinced a tiny population, or like the demographic of people that buy those box sets, actually put them up in their room. I'm convinced. I haven't seen one. It also comes with a little booklet, and this booklet is actually pretty cool because it has some official storyboards from the manga itself. So those are always really cool to look at. So I'm going to give it points in that regard. Once again, I want to reiterate, it does not come with any of the art books, coloring books, or the light novels. Although any manga could be a coloring book if you're brave enough. Now, for those of you that have just read the manga or have read the manga a long time ago, dude, anime only people, you are in for such a good ride. Oh God, it's going to be so good. I cannot wait to see this beautifully anime. It's going to be so good. However, if you're like me and you have zero patience and you just want to read it and you want to read it physically, this is a great avenue to go down. But let's talk about the price. But first,
yeah. Hi. Shh. Keep it down. There's people reading here. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. It's okay. No worries. What can I do for you today? That's a great question. I'm looking for something new, something funny. I do love fantasy. Maybe some science fiction. Something I can binge read. I also like fish. Let me stop you there. I think I have something that you might be interested in. It's called Heretical Fishing. Heretical Fishing falls under the genre of lit RPGs, which stands for literary role-playing games, which means that it can invoke those feelings of those RPGs you love so much and combine them with sci-fi or even fantasy elements. The story itself follows a young fisherman who essentially gets isekai'd into a fantasy world and is granted quite tremendous powers. However, the catch is our main character doesn't care about fame, fortune, or even the tremendous power that he's been granted. He simply just wants to go fishing. I recommend Heretical Fishing. You can pick it up 3 ways, either ebook, audiobook, or of course, printed. For more information, check the link down below in the description box. Hey, what's this? Don't touch that! Heretical Fishing by Haylock Jobson is out now. Thank you to Podium for sponsoring today's video.
The Demon Slayer box set pricing is all over the place. It seriously is. The pricing is all over the place here in the US. You'll see in just a second. We're going to go over pricing here in major retail stores from a few of them, but that doesn't help our international folks. It would be really cool if you guys were to post, how much does this cost in your country and in your own currency? So folks can go get some answers down below in the comment section. Also, it'd be just pretty cool to find out. At the time of recording this video, it cost $115 on Amazon. That is such a good price for the box set. If that price is still up, okay, by the time you watch this video, go check Amazon. I'll link it down below. Man, that is a great price. I think that's lower than what I got it for. Now we go to Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble is coming in hot at $244.99. Barnes & Noble, are you okay? What is going on? Hello? I have no idea. Maybe I'm missing something because I'm not an expert on this, but that just seems a little high. It almost seems like they're pricing it out as like individual volumes. I don't know, because I guess that would make sense, but that is just so expensive. Do not get it at Barnes & Noble, and in fact, you can't because it's sold out, but then that's also raising concerns because people bought it, so now it's all sold out. I don't know. That is a crazy price to me. I would not pay that much. Welcome to the new Crunchyroll manga store, your one-stop shop for everything anime and manga, of course, especially after the whole Right Stuff thing happened. And let me know, are you guys shopping from here? I have a little bit of experience with the store, but I think you guys might have more than me. So what are your thoughts on it now? So at the new store, this costs $159.99, so basically $160, which isn't like egregious, and you'll find out why in just a second. But I also think that the Amazon price at $115 or whatever it was, I don't think that will stay at that price for a long time. So I'm guessing $160 is going to be like a much more steady pricing. So if you watch this video in the future, just more or less expect around this price, in my opinion. However, that being said, I think Barnes & Noble and now the Crunchyroll store has like their premium membership. You can pay monthly or yearly, I think, and you will save 10% on purchases like this. So food for thought. But let's assume going forward that the steady price without it fluctuating too much will be around $160. Now, the standard price for a Viz volume will be around $9.50 USD over here. So let's just round up and call it $10. And there's 23 volumes in Demon Slayer. Let's do some manga collecting math here and say if each volume is $10 and there's 23 volumes, that's $230. So definitely, even at $160 over at the Crunchyroll store, you're still getting value for your money by getting the box set. You're also getting a cool box to store it in, which is great. But personally, me, the biggest pro here is I'm moving soon. So having these is so nice. It is so nice to be able to just take a box and put it in a box. It really helps. And those of you that have been collecting for a while and have a larger collection, you can back me up here. Filling up the shelves is fun and very satisfying, but taking them all down and packing them all up to unpack them and putting them back up, that is a whole... It's a nice problem to have, but it is certainly a thing. There is a part of me that wishes that the box set has more to offer than just the little added bonus of a double-sided poster, which I've never seen anyone use, and the little booklet that it comes with, although that one is pretty cool because you have some storyboards in there. I wish it had something else, and I've gone over this in other box set reviews videos, is I think the bar is pretty low here in terms of like extra things that it can market itself with. However, you are still getting value with just the box itself and saving a little bit of money on the individual volumes. Let's estimate 160 plus tax. I don't want to blatantly just go out and say, it's a good idea, go buy it, because that's a lot of money up front to a lot of folks. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I do think that manga collecting and manga reading, albeit they do go hand in hand, a lot of the times they are still two separate hobbies. And when anyone ever comes into a stream or in my DMs or in the comment section on videos asking, hey, Boogie, should I get X, Y, or Z series? I always think to myself, or I always tell them, what is your goal here? Is your goal to collect it and have it on your shelf? Or is your goal to just simply read the series? Or is it to read it physically? Are you okay with reading digitally? Let's talk about it. I think that's a good conversation to have. The best example off the top of my head that I can think of right now is I was recently in Japan for a whole month. You guys can check the vlogs down below. I will link them down below. And I saw a lot of people reading manga. Pause. I saw a lot of people reading manga on the train on their phone. Of course, there are people reading physically. We have a whole manga shopping vlog that we did, and there are people definitely buying manga physically, but I think I only saw it in the wild once. However, every time I was on the train, or darn near every single time I was on the train, I saw someone either watching anime or reading manga on their phone. And over in the West, we have a very affordable and accessible way to read Demon Slayer by getting the Shonen Jump app. I think it costs around $3, $2.99, and you get access to 100 chapters per day of their pretty robust library. There are also competing websites like Bookwalker, Comixology that have more sales, bundle deals, or even subscription service to fit whatever needs you guys want to read manga whenever you want or how you want. Now, I can already hear you guys shouting at me, but Boogie, I don't read digitally. I only read physically. There are always options to get Demon Slayer used. Wait for bundle deals at major retail stores. Wait for BOGO deals, or even, hear me out, maybe a friend has it and you can borrow it, or go to the library, which I know not everyone has access to a library that even has manga, let alone the entire series of Demon Slayer, but some do, and it's food for thought. And speaking of friends that might let you borrow series if they're nice enough, I'm going down that route right now to save a little bit of money to read Jujutsu Kaisen in its entirety, physically, pretty soon myself. And like I said before, this is definitely a collector's item, and while you are saving some money, it is still $160 plus tax. Or you can get it maybe cheaper or more if you're at Barnes & Noble for $200 plus. It's still that amount of money up front. I have a hot take here, and I might also go as far to say, specifically for Demon Slayer, if you're an anime only, maybe you can stay in anime only. Sometimes an anime comes out that is so faithful to the manga that you can get away with just watching the anime. Doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen frequently. I wish it happened more. But Demon Slayer is one of those faithfully adapted anime. It is so good, and it's beautiful, and the soundtrack and everything, it is high octane and amazing. And I think a lot of us already know because we're watching it. But if you're like me and you just want to know what happens next, and you want to read it physically, and you want to collect this series, and you're a huge Demon Slayer fan, I think this is definitely a fair route to go down. Now, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure we're hitting that like button down below. It really does help support this video and the channel. And if you're new around here, we are so close to our goal of 50,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We're at 40, just about. And it really would mean a lot if you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys be notified next time that I upload. All right. If you guys want to catch me live, I stream on YouTube, but I also stream on Twitch quite frequently. Of course, I will link all of that stuff down below. Now, you may have heard earlier in the video that I went to Japan for a whole month, and I have 2 videos for you guys, 2 vlogs that is totaling around an hour in total runtime of content for you guys to enjoy. And if it's something that you're interested in, that will be the next video that plays after this one. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.